YouTube, what's up? It's Kedar again, aka Director Key, and we are here for Pluribus episode 3, Grenade. Last episode was very interesting. I felt like it deepened the show more after the pilot, which was a great setup. But then we really started getting into some heavier issues about consent and individuality, and it was really cool to see the other survivors. Well, not survivors. I'm trying to find a nomenclature for this show because it's such a distinctly different apocalypse show that infected and survivors and all those terms feel incorrect. But the other immune people, it was interesting to see them, see how they were living. They were in a very different place than Carol. Carol is miserable and on her own and lost the only person she loved. And these other folks still have their family members who are alive in a sense and are still presenting as the individuals, but they're not who they were. They're basically walking corpses with a viral hive mind inside. So that was interesting, and seems like it resonates with a lot with the theme of, I guess, denial and grief and letting go. It almost reminded me of that Black Mirror episode where the lady lost her partner and then the AI company revived him using all his social media posts to like reconstruct his personality. It gave me a little bit of that vibe. So the survivors were in a very different place than Carol, and Carol thought she was gonna go in there. I would keep saying white lady, but I really mean it in a very specific way. Like, Carol went in there with her white lady energy, thinking that she was gonna be the queen of the PTA, the mother of the board, and none of those other people were having it, bro. They were like, and honestly, I'm not in their position. So I can't speak to being in that position of your family member being dead but also alive. And obviously Carol can't really see it from their perspective because her wife is dead, which brings up the question, would Carol feel differently if her wife was still alive but part of the hive mind? Would she want to join so that she could be with her? So anyway, I lost my train of thought, but Carol came in there with her queen of the PTA energy, and honestly, from the other people's perspective, I don't blame them because Carol came in there. She had no plan. She didn't even have weapons. She had no kind of tactical idea of what she was doing. She just did what people do in the movies and, scrabble together and say, we've got to stand up for humanity and we've got to be the last bastion of human civilization and fight against the invaders. And it's like, you're 11 people against an entire planet of billions who all have a hive mind and just want you to be happy. So it's a very, very interesting premise, very interesting situation that Carol's in. I'm curious to see what kind of arc her character has throughout the season, because she starts out very miserable, very internal. And the last shot of the last episode, she decided to get off the jet and go join the others. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work. Is she going to start opening up to people? Is she going to start seeing the Buddhist virus, whatever it is, as less of an antagonist and more of an option? Is she going to ever admit that she's a lesbian? Like, she's just so internalized and unhappy, and now the rest of the world is happy, and she's still who she is, and wherever she goes, she's going to be there. So, if you don't do that internal work, you're always going to be miserable. You can move to a new city, you can get a new partner, you can get a new job, you can buy 5 fucking cars, you can buy goddamn 17 houses. Doesn't matter. You are there and you are miserable. So wherever you go, there you are. I'm really curious to see what's going to go on in this episode. I have no idea what's happening. I don't watch trailers for the next episode. So thank you for coming on this journey with me. I hope you're having fun. Thank you for all the kind comments. I I was actually kind of bowled over by all the nice comments on YouTube. I didn't know there were nice people on YouTube, so thank you for that. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching the show with me. I appreciate your kind feedback. And if you disagree with anything I say, obviously you are free to say that in the comments as well. It's, that's what the space is for. All right. Pluribus, Season 1, Episode 3, Grenade. Let's get into it. All right, are we in the Arctic?
As it freezes.
Is this a flashback with Carol and her wife?
For storage in a nearby cave.
Cold Carol in a cold hotel. Yeah, flashback, okay.
Oh, it's brisk.
Our guest suites are slightly warmer than the rest of the hotel.
The bed is made of ice?
Yes, isn't that charming? And I highly recommend trying
charming?
complimentary house brandy.
The bed is made of ice. Who knew? Hell is in Norway. Oh, come on. This is completely your bag. You love feeling bad.
She read her like a book.
Amazing.
How could you be miserable looking at the northern lights? My God.
Looking close, but this is so much better than I ever imagined.
Amazing.
Kind of looks like a screensaver. Oh, yeah. Stop.
Wow.
No, sit.
Carol. What does Helen see in Carol? I need to know. What is the attraction? What is it? What is it?
Next summer?
This might be cute when you're dating, but once you get in a relationship, this Eeyore shit gotta stop, bruh.
Oh, it's turning purple.
Good Lord, she's miserable!
Now from TGI Fridays. You doing this because she freaked me out?
That's an affirmative, Carol.
Please stop that. It's much more spacious up in first class. Sure you want to be more comfortable there?
Carol wants to be as far away from these people as possible. She's in the last seat in the back of the plane, which is the worst if you have flying anxiety. Back of the plane, bumpier.
Hola, senor. Me amo. I think we got cut off or something. Try it again.
Shorten it. Maybe say soy Carol, not me amo Carol. Get to the point.
Hola, yo soy Carol Sturka. Estoy de los United States.
And what is the titular grenade we're waiting for?
We have something for you.
Not a gift from the virus. You friendly, kind virus.
We gathered all the mail that was in transit for you.
Whoa, if I was a storyteller,
Like what's in the box.
there's gonna be something from Helen in this package. And Carol will have a soft moment.
Anything else we can do for you? Just let us know.
It's gonna sit there. Is that the grenade? It's gonna sit there. Feels like a grenade. Feels like a grenade. Abierto. La caja.
Carol, what can we do?
What exactly do you know about what's in this box in my mail?
Helen ordered it for you.
That's the grenade. It's gotta be the grenade. It's an emotional grenade.
Okay, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna forget everything you know about Helen.
That's right. Stop using her
Every
memory.
memory, every thought she ever had.
Yes.
Get her out of your head.
Yes.
Heads.
Carol, we apologize.
Never mention her again, and only I get to remember her. You got that?
Yes.
Only me.
Eso. I know that's right. Golden Girls reruns in the apocalypse. Shit. What else you gonna laugh
To
at?
go up to mean old lady Hickenlooper.
I want you to leave me alone.
That part. Except when I need you to fly across the country, to fly to Spain, or to bury my wife. Okay, so this is like, you need community. You want to be alone, but you can't do everything alone.
Shows what you know, fuckers.
Gotta have community.
3/4 of a carton.
Well, I guess you don't gotta pay at the grocery store anymore. No more money. No more racism, no more money, no more capitalism. It's like a Star Trek future. Except there's always racism in Star Trek for some reason. Later, DS9. Well, it would all just go bad. Why would they maintain it for one person?
What happened to these sprouts? Are you the Grinch who steals supermarkets?
So sorry. We're consolidating resources to centralize useful items for distribution. Stores or businesses.
Socialist virus!
Private homes. It's just more efficient. Is there something specific you need? We can deliver to you anytime, anywhere.
I'm not going to call you every time I need something.
But you just
I
did.
don't want you waiting on me.
But you just did.
I'm a very independent person, okay? I always have been. I fend for myself. I just want my sprouts back. Okay?
The privilege.
Great.
Everyone working together for a same cause.
Carol, may we sneak past you here?
Is Albuquerque this diverse? I don't know. Let me know. We know who else is a grenade. Carol. Because every time she blows up, somebody dies. So we've had Carol as a grenade, and we had the emotional grenade of that box with the Theragun. I should stop shouting over my YouTube. Wow. This is some real white lady shit. She had to restock the entire store instead of just getting a Uber Eats delivery, getting the groceries you needed for that week.
All set, Carol. Call us if there's
Something you want that's not here, we'll get it to you.
tea sweet.
That was awesome. Also, Carol, you looking worse and worse in this apocalypse. What do these people do when the day is done and they're not working or something? They have shifts? Do they go to sleep? Do they not sleep? Do they eat? Are their bodies still aging? I have so many questions. Wow, to have everything you want. And guess what? Still miserable.
I'm fine. I'm so happy. There is nothing wrong with me that a fucking hand grenade wouldn't fix. You got one of those? Because I think that would be the perfect topper for the greatest week in human history.
Oh my god, an actual grenade showing up at the door would be hilarious. It would be 3 grenades. This is my grenade theory. Three grenade theory, yeah. The 3 grenade problem. Even Carol's house looks like a fortress. Like her outside dwelling reflects her internal state of being. Her house looks like a fucking anti-military fortress. Didn't notice that before. Hey, what did I say? They don't understand humor, I guess.
We thought you were probably being sarcastic, but
Oh.
I didn't want to take the chance.
You can bring the hand grenade.
Yes, what is it like when they get drunk? These are the things that I need to know. Do they eat? Do they sleep? Do they piss? Do they shit? Like, do they have sex with
Does
each other?
the whole world get drunk when you drink? Like, does some 6-year-old in Sri Lanka slur his words when you knock one back?
That's the
No,
question.
it doesn't.
How do you say cheers in Sanskrit?
Shiva must do. Roughly, it means may everyone be blessed.
Well done. Shoot, shoot,
Shoopy doopy doo.
shoopy shoop shoop.
Shoop they do. Shoop.
No, sorry.
This is what I was saying before. The friend who knows everything is no fun. I
With
literally
this
said that.
particular-
I don't know how I feel about a family member or a friend of mine still being in my life, but also not being who they are, and also containing the full sum of human knowledge. Even if we're just hanging out and playing a video game or something, I know that they're dumbing themselves down to hang out with me and be a performative individual when they're not that individual anymore.
The chief distiller learned the process from his grandfather.
You
And
do
now
not.
you learned it by stealing it out of his plate.
Right. You are not fun to drink with.
How long do I have left before you turn me into a worker bee?
Months, Carol. Months. What did I say? Months.
It's a hard thing to predict. Scientific advances tend to ebb and flow.
That's not an answer.
No, months.
How long?
It's months.
We're working around the clock. It could be as soon as a couple weeks, or it could take months or longer.
They said months last
Quite the
episode.
range for someone who knows everything that there is to know. A hand grenade.
Carol, if we may.
Oh boy. Good job, Carol. You're literally taking the perfect world, Carol, and turning it into a hellscape. Now this is a proper apocalypse for you, Carol. Good job.
Oh, fuck.
Why do you care, Carol? Do you care? You care now. Look, a hell of her own making. Great shot. See, she cares though. She gives a shit. She's not a completely unredeemable character. She's unlikable, but she's not unredeemable. People will go with an unlikable character. Come on, short shorts. Skipping leg day. Come on.
What about an atom bomb?
Ooh, interesting.
Why would you want one? For kicks? I mean, does it matter? You gave me a grenade, for fuck's sake.
Processing, now
Are
processing.
you okay to say no at this point?
We would move heaven and earth to make you happy.
Unconditional trust. Wow.
Would you like an atom bomb? Let's get back to you on that.
Give this guy the Emmy.
Okay. Okay. Oh, would you like a cup of coffee?
All right, that was fun. Well done, Gordon Smith. That was super fun. That was episode 3 of Pluribus entitled Grenade. I had a blast with that one. And thematically, I love that one. Like, Carol's been a grenade since episode 2, where we saw that her blow-ups literally get people killed. So that's a grenade. Then we had the emotional grenade with the Theragun delivery, which is the last thing that Helen bought for Carol. And then we had a physical grenade delivered to Carol, literally in her hand, which enabled her to create the hellscape externally that she's living in internally. So that was super fun. That's, like I said, the 3 grenade problem. It should have been the episode title. I still don't understand what Helen sees in Carol. You know, when you meet someone who's kind of antisocial or just a little ornery, or, you know, in this kind of fashion, like, it has its moments of like being cute, especially if you're more outgoing and you can like drag that person to things and try to open up their life a little bit. And as a person who's an introvert myself, I've had people who were extroverted kind of really be attracted to me and want to like get me to be more social. So I understand that, but long term, to be with someone like Carol long term, I don't see it, man. She would drive me crazy, bro. I'd be like, just kill yourself. Like, I wouldn't say that, but it's just like, if you're that miserable, like, go be that miserable somewhere in a cabin in some small town somewhere. Like, why are you trying to be this big successful author and you hate people? Like, yeah, it's complicated. And guess what? Complicated characters are good storytelling. So I'm happy that we don't have cookie cutter characters in this. I'm feeling a little bad for my pirate lady. Like, come on, Carol, you had to blow up the pirate lady? Like, if anything, I have a really weird suspicion in the back of my mind that the pirate lady is the best person to help Carol deal with her repressed sexuality. I think that the pirate lady, who looks like the female version of Raban, the character that Carol created, is literally the perfect bridge to like, get your lesbian on, Carol. What the fuck? Get your lesbian on. Who's gonna judge you now, Carol? The whole world is happy. There ain't no homophobia now. So explore, like, live your fullest life, you know? Because eventually these guys are gonna figure out how to convert you. And at some point they gotta run out of patience, right? Like, how is Carol gonna be like 95 years old and they're still gonna be knocking on the door asking her, can they convert her? She's gonna be like, no, you can't convert me, I'm still a human. Like, what's the end game here? So anyway, these are questions I have. They kind of skirted around the answers of some of the questions of the people not working 24 hours a day and not working at night and essential workers at night. But I still need to know, like, are they eating? I guess their bodies are still aging, right? I mean, what do they do? Are they reading? Like, what are they doing with their time? I need to know. I don't know what they're doing. So, and I don't think they're having sex with each other. Although they do talk about biological imperatives a lot. And what does the virus love to do? And what is it compelled to do? Just replicate, right? And that would be procreating. So if they're conserving all the resources on the planet, even now in the real world, there's enough food for everyone on this planet. It's just all the bureaucracies and the red tape and all this other politics and bullshit. So if they're doing conservatory actions, then they could have kids because we'd be able to feed those kids. Anyway, I like that the show is making me ask all these questions and go off into wacky land. I'm glad that this show exists. I'm glad that we get to watch it together. I'm glad that you guys are here, checking it out with me, having a ball, and I can't wait to see what happens next. So I'll see you guys next time for Pluribus episode 4. I have no idea what it's called, but we're going to find out together. Peace.